to see this kind of shape. A little bit of air in the toes is good, and a lot of this kind of what we class as right side bend in a rotational sense. So it's moving the right side bend around the corner. So if I just right side bend, I'm going to hit the ground before the ball. If I move that round the corner, I'm now going to start to get good contact. Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in today. Today's lesson is all about this trail arm at impact. How I see so many golfers have a straight right arm at impact or trail arm at impact, and really we want it to be bent. Again, you know, I've often used the analogy with people, if we're throwing a punch, we want our arm to be bent as we hit people and but straightening. Same with our right arm when we're hitting the golf ball. We want the arm to be bent for straightening, and it would get straight in the position post-impact out here somewhere, what I call a straight line condition, somewhere around or just after your lead foot kind of area. So we're really looking at today the reasons why you may struggle with this. If you are a first-time viewer, please consider following or subscribing. Hit the logos down the bottom corners here. Join me in my journey. Let's lower your scores and improve your golf. Keep watching to learn all about this trail arm today through impact and how we can improve it. So today we're looking really at how we can achieve this kind of shape at impact. So the trail arm slightly bent, going into a straightened position just post-impact as I described, rather than the arm being straight before impact, which is what we see with a lot of amateur golfers. So nearly every professional we would see would be in this kind of bent condition here with the arm straightening and extending through the golf ball, creating that structure. A lot of the amateurs we would see would be kind of more like this pre-impact, adding loft, kind of scooping the ball, what we call clubhead throwaway, and that then affects obviously the distance the ball goes, the trajectory the ball goes, and also the contact. So from that position there, we'll hit a lot of fat shots and thin shots, which is not what we want to see, obviously. So why does it happen? Well, there's many different reasons, okay? It can be the direction we're swinging on can affect it. It can be the body levels, which is what we're going to talk about today, and it can also be the amount of body rotation. So today really what I want to talk about is if you lose your forward tilt, if you like, in the downswing, your arm would have to straighten to reach the ball. So if we can concentrate on trying to stay what you might feel as low or short, your right arm's going to have to learn to be more bent, otherwise you're going to bury the club in the ground before the ball. So maintaining your posture, ideally in a rotational fashion, is the ideal thing we want to see. So I would like to see you in the downswing feel that we can feel short whilst keeping the tailbone back whilst rotating. So ideal world, that's what we want. So we're trying to really feel that we keep, if you imagine, the chest and sternum low to the ground. Don't let the weight go to the toes. If the weight stays mid-foot or even towards the heels, that's going to tell you that your tailbone is not early extending towards the ball, which is definitely not what we want to see. We want to see this kind of shape. A little bit of air in the toes is good, and a lot of this kind of what we class as right side bend in a rotational sense. So it's moving the right side bend round the corner. So if I just right side bend, I'm going to hit the ground before the ball. If I move that round the corner, I'm now going to start to get good contact. So it's about keeping the levels in rotation, ideally. So I want you to do exactly that. Swing to the top of the swing, right side bend, move it round the corner. Those are the feels I want. Now, if you feel you need to do it round the corner and the right side bend secondly, to make sure you get good contact, I have no issue with that. It would happen pretty much at the same kind of time. The right side bend probably slightly earlier, but if you tend to hit the ground before the ball, let's get you round the corner first. Let's not make you worse to make you better. Let's try and make you better to be better. I don't like ever seeing people have regression. It happens. It happens sometimes because people start thinking too much also, not necessarily because they're working on the wrong things. But try and stay low to the ground whilst turning around the corner. That's the keys. That's the key concepts. So potentially we might even hit some shots where we go down the shaft and we feel little cut-off finishes to get the feeling of staying tilted to the ground. That might be a good way of doing it, and a good way of making practice swings too. Also making sure we get the measure of the ground. So just then when I made that swing, I'm brushing the ground. If I kind of get the club to interact with the ground, I'm either going to be too high or the arm shape is not right. So measuring the ground is a good way to get good contact. Let's go ahead and hit a shot, and let's try and get down to the ground and round the corner at the same time to really achieve the positions we want. Okay, really overdid that. So I had a little bit of what I would think is like a dip to try and get that tilt in my body. But that again might be a good process to make me do it more, okay? There's nothing wrong with overdoing things. And what I tend to see on the lesson tee is golfers that need to really overdo things to make a change, and some golfers that when they get the light bulb, the concept, will be able to make the change much quicker without loads of reps. Generally speaking, the rule is 10,000 reps to make something natural, okay? Without doing any of the reverse reps, which is pretty impossible. So what we're trying to do all the time is have a concept that allows us to make a different move, and a practice swing that gives us the feel, or a constraint or a drill that gives us the feel to transport that into our natural golf swing. And again, as I've talked in other videos, percentage gains are key. Can we make gains? That is it. So, hope you've enjoyed today's video on keeping your tilt and getting around the corner to remain a better trail arm, to get better contact and better power for the future. If you have, please like and share the video. Also, I'd love to hear from you, so I'd love to hear you down below in the comment section. Comment what videos you'd like to see from me in the future, and also ask any questions, and also just say hello. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed or followed me, I'd love to have you on board on my channel. Join me in my journey. Let's lower your scores and improve your golf. I really want to try and help and make this channel about what you want to see. So your feedback is vital, and the channel will be more directed towards what you want. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you again here soon, and good luck with your golf.